What's happening, everybody? It's Sam from White Trash Motorsports. I figured I'd pop in with a quick update. Remember back in the early 2000s when every reality show, if they didn't get it done, they was going to lose the shop? Oh, we're going to lose the shop if we don't get this car finished, this and that. Well, it's about where we're at, only we're not going to lose the shop. If we just don't get done, we're not going to make it to Sykeston. Okay, so here's where we stand today. This is my car trailer. And it's definitely seen better days. I'm going to have to replace the deck on it. Problem is, I bought this trailer used back in 2004, and they hauled heavier on there than what they should have. They upgraded the 6,000 pound axles. Back then, you could get away with that stuff. They didn't really worry about the weight ratings on it because it's only a 7,000 pound rated trailer. But they upgraded the 6,000 pound axles and they added a cross member every foot instead of the factory every 2 foot. So we're going to remove that out of there because we really don't need that. We're just hauling cars and, light trucks, or four-wheel and buggies, things like that. So we're going to rip this deck out real quick. And then we're going to cut the extra cross members out that's not needed. We're going to get rid of these hideous fenders that are homemade and weigh a lot. This trailer weighs 2,000 pounds. It's ridiculous. But we're going to cut it down, and then we're going to put a 2-foot dovetail on this. Because the 16-foot deck doesn't work well with the G-body. It's just slightly too long for it. And when I flip the ramps up, it hits the bumper. So to haul the car on there properly, I end up taking the ramps off. Now, originally, we was planning on coming swapping the motorhome and driving it to Sykeston. Well, we ran into a problem with that because the money we had for that engine swap, I ended up paying attorney fees in a custody battle for my oldest son. So that pretty much rendered that idea useless. So now we're just going to struggle with this and get it done. So we have this car trailer. He said we're going to put some new wood on it, make it a little bit longer while we're in there. That shouldn't take too long. Should be pretty easy. He said put some actual trailer fenders on it, throw some new tires on it, go over the spring bushings and the bearings, and it'll be ready to go. And between then and then, our focus is going to have to come in on our tow rig, which is our 95 Ford F-250. It's seen better days too. This truck has like almost 300,000 miles on it, but it runs like a top. It's a 460. Get the E4OD automatic in it. Truck runs great. Just Pennsylvania rust got to the bed. Now, when I originally got this truck back in the spring of 2008, well, actually it was late winter, it was February. When I got it, the bed was shot. This truck was used by a local construction company, and they had ladder racks on it, and they had the bed pretty much from overloading it, they destroyed the bed. So we're not going to worry. That's why I never really kept up on it and just let it go. So the truck needs a bed. Ideally, over the winter, we'll build a steel flatbed for it, like a West Coast style steel flatbed for it, because I want to still be able to haul a gooseneck trailer with it and a slide-in camper. That'll be the other thing. We got to find a slide-in camper. I got feelers out everywhere for one, but I need to find one literally for a few $100. I know they're out there. I bought them before. I had a really nice one that I bought years ago, and I only paid $200 for it because it had some water damage, and we ended up repairing it and it ended up making a nice camper. However, it got destroyed. So we're looking for a cheap slide in. It's got to be for an 8-foot bed, and it has to have a wet bath in it, which means it's going to need a hot water tank and a shower. That's important to us. We have to have it. We're not going to consider anything else. We don't want one of the pop-up style with the canvas. It's got to be a hard side, preferably. Like I said, the old one we had was a Coachman 10.5 footer. So that's what we're looking for. Said I've been checking Facebook and all that, but it's ridiculous around here. These people got ones from like the 70s that are completely shot, and honestly, I'd be afraid to crank the jacks up on them because they would probably fall apart, and they're trying to get $3,000 plus out of them. So we're not going to fall into that trap. We'll find one somewhere, but we got to get all this done before Sykeston and before our trip, because we want to get there on Thursday, which means it's a 10.5-hour drive for us. It's 838 miles or something, 868 miles. I'm not quite sure, but I know it's just over 800 miles. So wish us luck, man. All I can say to anybody that wants to help us out, we just got to get views. That's what's killing us right now. We have the sub count, but we're just not getting any views. So please like, share, and hopefully we can get more people to watch. I think most of our subscribers didn't hit the notification button and then get notifications when we put videos up. Because I noticed we're getting less than 1% viewing in the first 24 hours, which is even low for a crappy channel like ours is standard. So, alright guys, wish us luck. Thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you later.